Get that mic on. Gotta get that mic on. Come on. Let's start it again. What's going on, traders? How we doing? Welcome back to Money Mitch. You guys are just joining over from at the close. Definitely smash the like button. We're gonna get into some stories today. You guys saw Kramer on Twitter putting out stories everywhere. I'm trying to learn all these stories. Guess what, Jimmy? Just come on over to Money Mitch, where story is everything. Yes, you guys heard it well. Definitely. That's what we're here for today. We're going to look at some market sentiment today. We're going to also look at CCIV. Take a check in, see how it's moving. That's one that we definitely own right now. Trying to see how that's going to continue to move. We're going to see what stocks are moving out there. Box. Hey, news coming out, something that we've been talking about for a month. So definitely we're going to get into that. And of course, we'll talk a little bit about streaming wars. So stay tuned, guys. We got an action-packed show like always. And welcome to Money Mitch. It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch. What's going on, traders? Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the overall market, see what we're seeing out there. Of course, hey, can't be upset when we're getting a nice little lift in the SPY here. We're taking a look at this. We were wondering if we were going to come back, contest this 422. And as you guys can see, after that rejection, we've gotten straight back up. And, when everyone was worried about the Bullard time, we got bullish, and that has kept us in this run. We'll see if this continues to get moving. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs again, guess what? Trying to break out of the channel here. If it can break out of this channel, we're definitely going to be moving into kind of a tech age. I've been talking about this, that I really did see a rotation, a massive rotation to tech. I think this could continue for the next kind of, at least until the end of the year. So what I'm putting out there is quality. That's what I think people are getting into. They're stepping their toes into quality and trying to find some quality stocks to have under the portfolio. So with that being said, you got to be careful with the growth stocks. Let's take a look here at ARKK, and you see that turnaround there. That's kind of what I'm expecting also for growth. So you definitely need to be careful here, guys. I think we're going to start getting a turnaround in growth. We had a good move for a little bit there. It went from, let's say, this May 14th all the way up towards right now, June 30th. And that's kind of, I'm going to call the topping action there. And so you're talking about a little bit over a month. You're talking close to 2 months there of a push up. I think this is starting to pull back down. Just be careful there as we starting to get pullback in growth. With that being said, there's going to be some overall names that I might have to even just take a look to see what happens with Roku. Can we continue ripping towards 500 so that I can stay in Vizio? You guys know that I'm still in VZIO, so I'm watching that one to see what's going to happen. I'm still in right down here, so I'm letting it go sideways, looking for that green action to come ripping back up, but we need to keep a watch on these, and we'll talk a little bit more about Roku when we get to our streaming wars. Let's go ahead and let's take a check in here on CCIV. I'm going to catch up with the chat right quick. What's up? How we doing out there? Looks like some people are joining in. What's going on, Mike? How we doing? Dino, what's up, guys? Let's get this going. Definitely. I had a long day. We'll definitely get into that, Chris. NGG was actually a stock that I gave last week. If you don't believe it yourself, stay tuned and hear about it. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look here. CCIV pulling back towards the support. We want to see it really hold kind of this 26.36 area. We don't want it to get back below this 25.73s. We're in at 25.22, so we're looking for this to continue its motion on up. Now that we've kind of had this action, I'm going to draw it out for us now. So we kind of had this pullback and then a lift. Now we're pulling back here. We're going to look for this trend line to hold and really get a nice spring out through the 30s. That's what I'm going to be looking for in the next couple of days. It's okay if it goes sideways here, but we really want to start to come back up there and push through the 30s. If we get through the 30s, next stop 35, 40s, and 50s. So that's what I'm going to be paying attention to on CCIV. And I've been lucid dreaming lately. And I know there's probably some lucid dreamers out there in the chat, so definitely smash the like if you guys like CCIV. And we'll see if Lucid Motors can really start roaring into the date, guys. The date is what really matters here. You guys already know that we're going to be watching as this pattern has been developing. We've been calling out this pattern for a while now on SPACs. It hasn't been the biggest lift, so I'm wondering how good of a lift we can get in CCIV. But the vote merger is set for July 22nd. So that's just about, 2 weeks, about 16 days out from now. So let's pay attention, and then we'll see how this comes into the next 2 weeks. I'm expecting a run into the event and then a sell the news event. So that's why we talk about it, and you'll hear about this, the buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing. That's what I'm going to be looking for in CCIV. All right, traders, let's go ahead and smash the like button. Let's keep it going. Let's talk all stocks that are moving out there. What can we see? So right now, I want to let you guys know. So one of the things that I've been paying attention to is I want to start paying attention to stocks that really are starting to make moves. And there's always a rotation to play, right? And so let's start talking a little bit about what rotation we could possibly be getting into. So right now, I'm starting to like REITs. REITs is something that I'm starting to look at, guys. So residential right now, IRT. So we're talking Independent Realty Trust. Look at this daily chart. So I'm going to point out a couple of daily charts here, and then you guys can make your own decision. Write these down. I'll put them down here at the bottom. IRT is the first one that we're going to look at. Look at that liftoff. These are not going to be massive moves, but a lot of these pay dividends, and a lot of these have kind of different preferred stock and stuff like that. So you got to look at these stocks. Maybe do your DD before you get into it. But I'm just looking at these technically. How are they setting up? This is starting to look good here. IRT. I can go into a next one here. INBH. This is Invitation Homes. Look how this one pushed up today. This is why I'm paying attention to these. If these can continue making lifts like this, good lifts like 70 cents, 80 cents on the dollar. This is INVH. This is what we're going to be focusing on. Right now, I'm looking at REITs that are in kind of commercial, residential, and then we're going to look at it also industrials REITs. But I got a couple more here to mention here, so let's go ahead and take a look here. DMRE is an interesting one also. It's kind of a medical one that's starting to look good. It could continue its way on up. This one's a medical REIT, so keep your eyes on this one, GMRE. That one's one that I also going to keep on watch. Another one in the REIT area, and then we're going to get into some industrials now. Look at Cube Smart, guys. I'll point out a couple of these. Now, these are REITs, but they're in the industrial side. And look how the Cube is starting to push on up. You can also look at EXR. I'm looking at my watch list right here on the right-hand side. Look at the extra space storage. Look at that taking off there. And this is what you call industry move. I always try to catch those cyclical rotations. And this is definitely a rotation that you're seeing. NSA, National Storage. Look how this one lifted up today. So a lot of these lifting up today, I know you guys probably know this one. This is probably the most known one in the REITs of industrials. You're talking PSA, Public Storage. Look at that big push up on Public Storage. A lift from today, 302, all the way up there towards 307.94. One that I'll definitely keep on watch. It's a slower move, but hey, these have good supports to go off of. So I don't mind trying to take a trade in one of these. MNR is something that you can look at to see maybe if it starts moving tomorrow. This is one that I'm definitely going to watch because it's off support, has ripped up, likes to come back to support, hold a pattern, and then push back up towards the next level. This is one to keep on radar, MNR. And the last one I'll put out there is STAG. STAG is one also to keep in the industrial area. Coming off support, strong day today. Could get a lift up there towards the 39 tomorrow. This is STAG, STAG Industrial. What's up, guys? What do you guys think about those REITs? I'm sorry that I don't have the craziest energy today. Normally am here pumping and pumping, but the real key is that hey, trying to fight in here. Had 3 hours of sleep, but didn't want to fail on you guys, so I'm here looking at some stocks today. Cube, Stag's an interesting one. Definitely keep your eyes on those. We'll keep watch. If you guys have any REITs that you guys like out there, definitely mention. Are you buying any REITs to hold for dividend? Mike, this is actually what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at some of these to see which one would be attractive for this kind of trade. Of course, when you hold dividends, you have to hold for that X date, right? And then so what it really is you got to look for those dates. You need to be in at the right time. If not, then you're not getting the benefit. But definitely great mention, Mikey. You could grab these REITs and try to get some dividends and maybe see the stock lift up a little bit. Definitely on my radar because right now we had a tough day, right? There's like, where's the rotation? Where's the money going? All I see is big tech. And right now, industrials like themselves look like they're on that buy the rumors, sell the news into the reopening. And we're getting now REITs to start lifting back. Let's see if these can get moving. What's up? What's up? Taxes suck. Yeah, taxes do suck, man. I can't blame you, Hurts. But hey, Uncle Sam needs his cash. He definitely needs his cash. Let's keep going. Let's get into some other ones. 22 Harbor. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe is that a stock? Let's check it out. I don't know this one. 2 Harbor Investment. Let's check it out. See what we see here. All right, so really this one's a cheaper one, but nice sideways action. Has gone up, comes back to support. We could see if it got a lift. It got a lot of volume here. I had to find out what happened on that 21st of June. But an interesting one to mention there, that's TWO. All right, I'll check it out. All right, let's go ahead and let's keep going. Let's look at some other stocks that are moving out there. We're at 413. We'll be moving into Cannabis Insiders next, guys, so stay tuned. We don't stop here on Benzinga. No sleep. There ain't no sleep for the wicked. And we're definitely coming at you guys and knocking this out. So let's go ahead and let's get into another stock here. Of course, let's get into the popular ones that I want to mention today. So one's going to be my story stock pick for the next couple of weeks. So if you guys want to see that one, hit the like. Looks like we got over 100 people in here. So we need to get to 50 likes for me to give that pick. You guys got to hit the thumbs up. Do that, and I'll get you guys a pick that just started moving today that I think can really start moving in the next couple of days. Now let's talk a little bit about NEGG. NEGG. What's going on with that? What happened there? Look at that, guys. If you guys don't remember and I'll show you guys. Look, so right now this is today's watch list. Let's go back to just even 2 days. 2 days prior, we can go back and guess what is right there at the top, guys? NEGG. My bad handwriting, but that's what it said right there. It was a top stock there on the watch. And man, this one took off like a rocket. Look at this thing lifting up there from the 30th of June, now all the way up there to a high today of 29.69. Definitely a stock that got a little bit pushed here. I mean, we can be honest about that. But we were talking about specialty retailers and how these were starting to get a lift and could continue seeing a lift. The first one to really take off in that area was what? Of course, the Reddit stock, Wish. But this one started retracing. And then when that one started retracing, I was looking at other ones to find the story, guys. It's always about story. So this is why you always got to watch your story levels. And let's go ahead and let's take a look at some of these levels here. What's going to happen with this stock? Look how this one kind of pushed on up, went sideways, broke out, sideways, broke out, sideways, breakout. That's exactly what you want to see, a stock continuing the patterns that it's doing. So now the question is, when we come back, I do think we get a pullback closer towards this 2350 or 24 area. So be careful on that. If we do get a pullback in there, that's kind of the only levels that I would approach because it's just collecting too much volume here at the top and could wick down really quickly and then make its way back towards that 29 high. But interesting stock to watch. As you see, there's no specific company news, just making a lift there. NGG. What do you guys think about that move? What a move. You guys already know. Manos de papel. Kevin in the house. What's up? What's up, man? That's what it's all about. Smash the like. Let's keep it going. Yeah, no, definitely. NEGG is crazy. This is like an Amazon. You know, I've actually used them before. I mean, I didn't expect this massive of a move, but when I looked up today, I said, "What? 47%? Whoa! What a monster rip!" So definitely something to keep on watch, guys. We'll see if this keeps moving. Let's go ahead and catch up with the chat here. See how many likes we're at. Looks like we're at 46 likes. We need a couple more likes, guys. I want to give you guys this next story stock to watch. But if we don't get the likes, we don't get the trade idea. That's the way the game and the cookie crumbles. So definitely smash the like there, guys. 47 likes. We need to get up there. Hit the likes. Let's keep it going. What's my thought on the airplane, Roy? Well, I can tell you right now, I've been taking a look here at the reopening trade, and it's looking like it's a buy the rumor, sell the news event right now. I don't know how we're going to react really in the next couple of months, but it is starting to slow down that reaction. Take a look at AAL. That was a bad crackdown today. I did not like that look. Did not look like it was holding well. And really, I mean, we wanted to see these bounce today. If they don't hold support, they could crack down big time and start cracking on the downside. So keep your eyes on these. Of course, I still believe the reopening trade, but right now it's looking like it's not holding. And it could have been that it just bought into that move and the price is already priced in. Look at this big turnaround there in CCL, even though looking like it wanted a scoop. If it doesn't catch support here, it could easily be back down towards $22. So definitely, I got you, Roy. Good question, good question. So definitely want to talk about that. Let's go. We got 57 likes. Let's get it up there. All right, so the story stock that I want to talk about is PCYO. This is Pure Cycle. Actually, has a conference call today, so just be careful, guys. The conference call is going to be coming out at 4:30. I just want to make it stated again: conference call earnings after the close today. So we're going to pay attention to see what happens. Let's see how it performed in the earnings. I think the earnings got out, but I'll pay attention. Looks like we're having some reaction right now. It could have just come out. So I'm going to be paying attention to see if we have these earnings so I can get you them really quickly. That's Pure Cycle Corp. But we'll see if this one turns around because it didn't look that bad this morning. Look at the daily chart. Starting to push back up there. So I'm trying to look to see if maybe some water stocks get some move, some infrastructure stocks that we were talking about. I'm definitely going to be paying attention to it. But hey, Kevin, you could be right. The reopening trade could have gone too fast, could come down for a little bit and then make another rip on up. This is PCYO, though, Pure Cycles that we're talking about. I'm definitely going to be watching this one. I think it can continue moving, even though it did get a push down. But let's see here on the hourly chart, see how it's performing really in the aftermarket. So if we see right near the close, it actually spiked up there towards 1460, and then right into the earnings. Now it's starting to pull back towards 1388. We'll see if this one holds there and then gets right back up there through the 14s and scoops back up. This is PCYO. And like always, guys, I'll definitely get you a stock if I see one moving. All right, let's go ahead and let's catch up with the chat. What's going on out there? NEEE for a dividend? That's not a bad one to think about. I'm definitely been looking at some dividend plays, especially when you start getting into this concerning time. All right, let's go ahead and let's take a look at some other stocks. Let's see what other stocks we got here to mention here. Let's go ahead and let's go through the list. Let's talk a little bit about Box. All right, guys. So you guys know that we've been calling out Box actually, I mean, all the way from May 10th, guys. This is when we were talking about this stock. This is when we first started looking at this stock. Let me go ahead and draw here so that I can get you guys that spot here. So you're talking May 10th. You're talking right here on this date. This is when Money Mitch went and put out this stock, saw the cloud coming up, said, can we fill this gap and then get up towards the high, which was this wick? Now we're really right there. This is exactly the move that we were looking to get. It took a little while to get it, but not a bad return there for Box. The wick was up here, and look how it came up right through that on a nice linear fashion, moving its way on up. And when we talked about Box, the main thing we talked about was something that actually came out today. So activist Starboard has been trying to actively remove the CEO, Aaron Levy. And really what happened here is I had already heard about this rumor that they were really trying to get people to buy out Box. That's the rumor that I was hearing. So I thought it was a perfect combination of story mixing with good price action, and could eventually just get a deal and all of a sudden get a big spike. If you guys rewind to that show on May 10th, that's exactly what I talked about. That was the idea in Box, and not a bad move there as it's gone up there towards 26.34. The real question is, were any of these companies really considering about buying this company when they started bringing it towards them? But definitely they're pushing. Activist Investor Starboard has been saying for multiple times that it just wants to vote and kick out that CEO. So they definitely don't believe in the management team there. All right, guys, what's going on out there? How we doing? Yeah, definitely. You just got some long, Christopher, on Netflix. We were actually talking about Netflix on, let me just tell the date. On the 28th, we were talking about Netflix. Reason why we were talking about Netflix, and this will just definitely segue into the kind of the streaming wars that we were going to talk about here. So let's take a look here on Netflix. Right here, what did we get, guys? We got news right to get us through this $4.99. I actually called it out on this red day. I said look for a good move up through that 500 price point, especially once we got what? We got some Steven Spielberg news. Let's go ahead and point it out here in Pro. We can look for that news here. Let's see where I can find it here. Oh, I'm in SEC filings. That's why I didn't see it. All right, let's roll back here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I think it was right around here. Trying to find it here. Having a little issue locating the news there. I think it might have been the day prior to that. Let's see. There's just too much here. There's too many tickers that are tagged up there. But definitely one of the things that came out was the Steven Spielberg that was teaming up with Netflix, and that solved my concern in the story. The concern for me in Netflix was, and I mean, this goes for any streaming service, right? We need to worry about the content that's coming up, because content isn't made, let's say, 1 month in advance. It's usually made, let's say, even a year, 2 years out in advance. So one of the things that I started seeing was after the pandemic, we know that the movies and kind of these studios were closed. The production studios were closed. So the content wasn't created. So with that being said, they need to push on the gas pedal on content to make sure that they match their subscribers with the content that's needed to keep that kind of subscriber levels. So this is what we're going to be watching from all the subscribing services. How can you go ahead and bring new content, and at what pace does that new content come out even after the pandemic where you went through that struggle? That's what I think you saw in Netflix. That was that great reaction. It was a good team with a movie maker that could get them that traffic that they need to keep moving. So Netflix making a big move on up. Another one that made a big move on up was Roku. Roku definitely making a massive move from those 300 up there towards the 340s. It even gave him that look like it wants to go up there towards 500, getting above 450s. So we'll see how this one continues to make moves. Another one in this industry, Fubo. We'll see how this one performs after making a monster rip out, pulling back here. I think it might come closer towards 25 one more time before it tries to come really back roaring and testing. Fubo is definitely one to keep on watch there. DSCA is one that I've been waiting to see. When are we going to get this one to really get hot? Discovery still hasn't made a nice big candle, and so I'm waiting to see what's going to happen here. Are we going to come back and test 28, or are we going to get this one to start moving? Viacom is definitely another one that you can take a look at to see how these kind of keep moving. We can look at Viacom. That's VIAC here, and we'll see how this one can get moving. It has a similar chart to Discovery, so keep your watch on those. Those are definitely some stocks to watch. And of course, we can't forget about Disney Plus, right? And so one of the things that I noticed about Disney Plus is that I'm just not sure they're going to be able to keep up with the content that's needed. And so one of the things that's always talked about Disney Plus is that, what's going to be the content, Of course, you have your old movies on there. The old ones are still going to be there, and they're Disney movies, so you can't watch old movies. But I want to know what's new, what's going to be coming out. And I just don't think Disney Plus has enough there. That's why it's not personally my favorite. But this one also is going to have other benefits of having movies that come out in theaters, be a direct access to your home. And so with that being said, I think some people just got Disney Plus just to even get those. So who knows? We'll keep a watch out on Disney Plus. But definitely Netflix getting the strongest news as of late in that industry and really starting to make a move on up. We talked about it before, that breakout at 500, now getting up there towards the 540s. Can it get towards the 550s? After that, next stop would be 575s. And what a good push out in Netflix. With that being said, we also got a big push out in overall tech. Why? Because Amazon, of course, look at this push out in Amazon. This just goes to show you guys that we were dead on the tech run. And this is what I'm really happy about because, hey, if that's what I can do for you guys, at least get you guys on the right sector. It doesn't even need to be a pick. That's not what this show's about. This show's all about process and teaching the 3 variable process between story, fundamentals, and technicals. And that's really what I go at it for. So definitely, guys, smash the like. If you guys enjoyed today's show, we're going to be wrapping up soon here. Cannabis Insiders up next. I'm going to keep doing this like always, guys, 4 p.m. Today we missed Monday's show, but we'll definitely be back like always. Let me know if you guys got a stock you guys want me to do some deep dive in. I'm going to start doing some more long form content. With that being said, I want to know stocks that you guys want some deep research into. So please hit me up, guys. Let me know in the comments, what's that stock? What do you want to see a deep dive into? And I'll go ahead and nail it in a long form video. You guys give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the chat if you guys like this, how the show went today. If you guys appreciate everything I do, let me know. I'll see you guys next time on Money Mitch. Coming up next, you got Cannabis Insiders. Don't miss it. Definitely, it's the cannabis show to watch. I love watching these guys. I definitely, I put my wireless on and just start walking around the house even and listening to them. So these guys are great at what they do. So stay tuned. Up next, Cannabis Insider.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now, we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch.